I did my research on why the US should eliminate the penny. The story of the penny starts back in 1792 when the US made its first penny, as well as the quarter, the dime, the half dime, and a mystery coin I will talk about later. When the penny was originally produced, it was made out of 100% pure copper. But over time, the value of copper went up, and due to inflation, the buying power of the penny went down. So the US Mint started to produce pennies made out of 95% zinc and only 5% copper shell. But even with this, the value of the copper in the penny was still worth more than its value of 1 cent. People realized this and began to melt the coin and sell the pure metal in order to make a profit. In a rational world, the government would have realized that the penny isn't worth minting, but instead they made melting them illegal and continue to mint them. Today the government mints over 4 billion pennies per year. This is extremely idiotic considering that the US Mint spends about 1.8 cents to produce each 1 cent penny. But even if the pennies were minted out of something more representative of their true value, such as plastic or lint, it wouldn't fix the problem that pennies are bad for people and the economy. The purpose of money is you use it in order to buy stuff. And so a shopkeeper has stuff, and you want that stuff. So we use cash as a medium to exchange. To get the price just right, we have to divide it into pieces so you don't overpay. Back in the old days, you could actually buy things with pennies, but not anymore. Imagine walking up to the cashier and paying for your shopping with $20 worth of pennies that weighs 11 pounds. The cashier wouldn't be too happy. So in order to get rid of them, you have to pay using exact change. And since you don't know what the total will be until you get to the register with tax, you waste on average 2 seconds scavenging per pennies. Nothing even accepts pennies anymore. Parking meters don't, vending machines don't, because pennies aren't worth the time to store, count, and transport them. Canada has already abolished the penny back in February. The Royal Canadian Mint, which produces the pennies, will simply switch its machine from on to off. That's it. Everything else will remain the same. Pennies will still be accepted in Canada, and everything will still have the same value. The only difference is, after the pennies you use them to pay at shops, they will be sent down to the mint to be melted. Then, since all the pennies that are being paid are going directly to the mint to be melted, over time the amount of pennies will decrease, and eventually there will be no more pennies in Canada. Don't worry, all the stuff you buy will still have the same cost. The only difference is, if you pay with cash, it will be rounded either up or down to the nearest cent. So if something costs 99 cents, it would now cost $1. Some people believe that ditching pennies will make prices go up and charitable donations go down. But this has not happened in any other countries that have already abolished the penny, and there are more than one. New Zealand was the first to eliminate its penny, and Australia soon followed, and in neither of those countries charitable donations decreased or prices went up. Now back to the US. The US, surprisingly, has already gone through a similar situation without trouble. Remember that mystery coin I was talking about earlier? Well, that mystery coin is the half penny, which was eliminated in 1857 because of its decreased value, and it was worth less than the present day dime. The last problem with getting rid of the penny is Lincoln. Everybody loves Lincoln, and some would think it would be disrespectful to move a president from a coin. But Lincoln won't be going anywhere because he is still on the $5 bill, and that is here to stay. Due to the fact that the penny costs 1.8 cents to make only 1 cent, the $6 million loss per year may not solve the deficit, but it is certainly a start. In conclusion, the short, useless life that the penny lives in, from the bank to the store to you, then to its eventual death, is not worth it, as the penny is a literal dead weight to the economy and millions of dollars are lost from it.